Noise. There is so much noise. Why do I allow so much noise in? Is it really just dopamine I'm chasing? Maybe the silence is louder than the noise, and so I drown it out because I'm afraid of it. Silence is like a mirror to the mind. It is patient and it waits for you to realize that it is always there underneath. Noise takes effort. It takes machinery and technology and vocal cords and explosions and force. But silence is the great still ocean from which drops and waves and currents of noise emerge from and return back to. What should I do about the noise?
In an attempt to cultivate more silence in my life, I have started teaching myself how to work with my hands. This meant that I needed a space. This also meant that I needed to clean the garage. These distractions in my life, in our lives, the TV, the computer, the cell phone, they are not the problem. We are the problem. It seems like we are so obsessed with productivity that we can't just do one thing at a time anymore. I'm watching myself lose the ability to be bored, losing the ability to wash the dishes without having to play something, losing the ability to go to the bathroom without needing to have a cell phone with me so I can watch something and feel like I'm making use of my time in some kind of a productive way. At what point are we actually living life and not just seeking constant stimulation, constant influx of thoughts and ideas in this strange pursuit of feeling like we are keeping up with the crowd? And this is, of course, the worst thing, because it means that in part this obsession to be up to date is motivated by fear. It's not necessarily motivated by curiosity or a desire to learn or a desire to understand the world better. It's just that I'm afraid that I might be wasting my time and I'm gonna fall behind. We use language to label the world, and we use language to label ourselves. We label our feelings, our emotions, our passions, our frustrations. We use language to shape and ship our thoughts from one mind to the next. But language necessarily limits whatever it touches. Even when I try to be silent, the first thing that happens is words and images and labels and ideas and concepts start to bubble up and rise up into my awareness. Our verbal ability is so desperate to cling on to something, to stick onto something. And so language is adhesive by nature. Language categorizes everything. It categorizes reality. And this is why silence is the language of God. Because God transcends all of those linguistic categories that we think in. He even transcends our idea of transcendence. So no single word or concept is enough to fully cover him. No combination of words are enough to fully exhaust his mystery. And this is why it's famously been said that you find God through a process of subtraction, not a process of addition. God, like a helicopter, is always trying to land, but we keep putting things in the way. We keep putting our own ideas onto God instead of looking at what has been revealed to us and embracing the mystery of what hasn't. We are instinctively quiet when we enter a holy space. Guests at a wedding are quiet during the ceremony. Funerals are almost silent. The closer we get to what makes us human, the quieter we become. And so I wonder, and my question is, how should I think about silence? How should I think about noise? On a Sunday in Pretoria, I was at a chapel and I found a memorial plaque that had a quote written into it. And somehow that quote answered my question. It helped me understand how God speaks in silence, and it also made me realize why we are so avoidant of the quiet. If I should fear something, it should be my fear of silence, but not silence itself. The comfort of noise is only a bad thing when I compulsively use it as a means to escape reality. The discomfort of silence and truth is more comforting than the supposed superficial comfort of noise and distraction. Why does it scare us to be alone with our thoughts? Because we are not alone. And the answers I need to hear, paradoxically, don't usually come from noise and speech, but often the answers I need to hear come from the last place you'd expect to hear anything, which is the silence. This episode was sponsored by me. For only $5 a month, you can become a patron and get access to a whole bunch of bonus content. There is a link in the description below. Please consider becoming a patron if you'd like to support us and help me continue making videos like this. Goodbye.